Have you ever wondered what it feels like to play live? Look no further. Two of my previous videos on the channel have been about live performances, and I can confidently say that it's an energizing experience. In this video, I'll be discussing two aspects of live performances such as preparation and emotion through sharing my own stories. Speaking of sharing, do me a solid and share this video to the people you know. Maybe even ask them to subscribe if they enjoy the content. Just hit the bell icon once you're done to instantly be notified whenever I upload a new video. Anyways, that's all for the intro. Let's go. So first off, I'm going to talk about preparations. When it comes to preparing for live performances, here are two of the most important tips I can give you. Number 1, practice and know your song list very well. So the Boracay performances happened around February of 2021. 2 or 3 months prior to that, my family and I decided to arrange a vacation to the famous island of Boracay due to travel restrictions being lessened. Also, we hadn't really gotten the chance to go outside, so we were really excited to pack our bags and head to the beach. Anyway, my dad told me about the numerous bands that played there every night, and that's where the idea of playing live started. Because of this, I agreed and decided to practice 3 songs. 2 of them are the ones you see right now on the channel, and the third was Sultans of Swing, a great song by the Dire Straits. Sweet Home Alabama was my first appearance on stage, and The Summer of '69 was my last and favorite appearance during our stay. I was at an advantage since I had played and covered these songs beforehand, but since I forgot some fills and parts, I went to work. Practicing the songs you want to play frequently is a very important factor in what separates good from great performances. Not only does it help you polish your playing, but it will also improve your confidence in the actual performance. This tip applies to everyone. Whether you have an actual band or just want to jam with other people, be sure to put in the time and effort to really get everything nice and clean. So the second tip I'm gonna give you guys is mostly for instrument players, but it can apply to vocals to some extent. But yeah, anyway, it's for instrument players. Be prepared to improvise. Here's a rule of thumb. If it's a live song cover, there's a pretty good chance that it'll be different from the original version. For reference, let me show you 2 clips from the Summer of '69 live performance. You notice the difference? Yes, it's with the solos. The original song only has a few guitar fills at the end, while the version I played live required me to improvise 2 different guitar solos. But what exactly is improvisation? 3 words, on the spot. Why is this important? Through learning to improvise guitar parts and solos, you get to keep the crowd's attention. Do note that this also applies to bass, drums, keyboard, or whatever instrument you play. A new and melodic solo to a well-known hit will definitely spice things up and keep your audience in anticipation, thus creating this feeling of good uncertainty. This will result in more engagement and excitement between you, the performer, and your viewers, the audience. Additionally, you can use improvisation as a tool to cover up your mistakes while playing. If you get some parts wrong, you can try to salvage it by making up your own fills. It just needs to be timed well and in the right key. So, as a performer, you really need to learn improvisation and even expect it. How can you do this? Well, learning scales play a huge part in making well-improvised instrumental sections. Other things such as phrasing, dynamics, and timing also play a part in this. Learning the key of a song you're playing will tie everything together, as the techniques I mentioned will not be effective if you're not in tune with the rest of your bandmates. So that was about preparations, but what about emotions? So from where we left off in the story, we were finally able to fly to Boracay by Feb. We may have planned a vacation to remember, but due to the restrictions brought about by COVID, I didn't expect any bands to be performing, much less accepting people who could jam with them. Just in case, I still had my songs remembered, of course. Good thing I did, because 2 or 3 days into the trip, we saw this band performing along the beach side. What's really fascinating about this is that they were fully equipped, had a lot of songs to cover, and even played the same genre I did. I came to know them as the Nigi Nigi Calamity Survival Band, a well-known group that has performed in other countries. Anyway, I still remember the first time I performed with them. I was nervous, and that's perfectly normal. This will be one of the main emotions you feel as it's finally the time to go on stage. One tip I can give you guys when dealing with nervousness is to take deep breaths and focus. Before the performance, give yourself 5 to 10 minutes to meditate and focus on your mind on what's about to happen. It might also help you if you imagine that you are performing without an audience. This way, it conditions your mind to relax and calm down. Also, it's okay to make mistakes. Contrary to what a lot of people say, there's no guarantee that it will be a perfect show, regardless of how many hours you practice. Making mistakes is a natural part of performing, and there's no shame in omitting a note or two. Just make sure you learn from it and maybe not make it too obvious. In spite of all of this, you'll find live performances to be an energizing and exciting experience. Trust me on this. Once the nerves settle in, it was surreal. People were cheering and I was just really having fun on the stage. Before I knew it, it was over and I wanted to perform again. So that does it for this video, guys. We're going back to Boracay soon and I have many more songs prepared. I'm really excited to perform with the band again as they're really great people. Anyway, I hope you learned something new. Feel free to share your thoughts about this video in the comment section. See you in the next one and stay safe.